I want to play really quickly for you and everybody else. Reddington, the attorney, we spoke with him when he came outside court. There was this dramatic moment with the mistrial, and then we asked him about it. Listen to this.
I knew that Judge Sullivan would exercise his discretion, and he would give a strong instruction if he denied the motion. So that's what he did.
This is the second time mortal sin has come up.
Well, they didn't say mortal sin today. They made reference to the Roman Catholic religion and sin, but they didn't use the mortal sin analogy today.
Are you concerned the jury won't be able to overlook it?
No, I have no doubt that the jury will listen to the judge's instructions and be able to overlook it. Yep.
Does this impact your mindset at all going into closing arguments in just a few days?
Not at all.
So it was interesting because he said when I talked to him outside that they didn't say mortal sin, but they did say mortal sin. I went back and listened to it. The judge was not happy, though, and it kind of created this moment in court. The jury clearly knew something was going on because then they sent them all home suddenly for the day.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really big moment. This is week 5 of testimony, and this has been a very long, grueling trial for everyone involved. So I think a mistrial, the option even for a mistrial to be on the table at this stage, is not something I think anyone wants. Even Kevin Reddington, who obviously called for it, you know, when it was first brought up under Sue Clancy's testimony, he was very adamant that he is not going to ask for a mistrial. He said, you know, why would I want to start this trial all over again? And he felt that, you know, the matter was settled with the judge striking that testimony when Patrick Clancy's mother was asked about mortal sin that first time. So I think it shows how seriously he's taken this. You know, he very much wants to get this trial done. That's the sense we've gotten from him inside the courtroom and outside the courtroom when he's spoken to us reporters. So I think it really shows that, you know, he had to kind of make a bit of a stand, that this has now happened twice. And I think there's a lot of curiosity as to why this keeps coming up. Why is the prosecution keep bringing up this idea of the Catholic faith and mortal sin? Yeah, it's a curious... Something I'm curious about.
Yeah, especially because you're not allowed to do it.
Exactly.
And it's sort of a basic rule of court, and they continue to do it. This is now the second time. And I'm with you. I'm not sure that Reddington really wanted a mistrial. I think he wanted to make the point, and I also think that psychologist was sort of riveting in his testimony at that moment. And you could hear the jury tuning in, and it was one of the first times we had heard this theory that, according to that psychologist, that Lindsay Clancy may have wanted to kill herself and then wanted to get rid of the kids because she didn't want them to be alone without her, which would be different than the prosecution theory we've heard all along. Interesting timing for them to bring that up, you know, the day before the trial ends.
And you've got to wonder if that's part of the matter as well, that this is, you know, this was quite a credible witness, probably one of the state's biggest witnesses. And now the jury has been told to disregard something they said. They've been sent home early. So you wonder what impact that will have on, you know, his credibility in their eyes as well. And, you know, as you mentioned, this is the battle of the experts, so to speak, between these different sides. You had Dr. Resnick last week testifying that she was in the grips of postpartum psychosis. He did also argue a similar thing, that she was psychotic, but she did also have this altruistic filicide as well. But the argument is about whether it was psychosis or not, and that's obviously something that this expert said that there wasn't.
Right, yeah, it is the battle of the experts. I want to quickly ask you about the Patrick Clancy 911 call, because when Patrick Clancy arrived at the house, found his wife outside, had jumped from the window, and then found the kids inside, there was this awful 911 call that has not been played publicly. But you have heard the call. You are one of the few people who has heard the call. What did it sound like?
Yeah, I mean, as you say, that call won't be released. The live stream was shut off at that moment, so only people who were inside the courtroom heard that. And it was one of the worst, the worst thing I've ever heard. It was the screams coming out of Patrick were just unearthly and guttural and unlike anything I've ever heard, really. And, you know, I think it's important to note that, you know, the beginning, as you say, that he found Lindsay, and he was panicked. You could hear the panic in his voice, but he was still very coherent. And he was able to talk to the dispatcher about getting emergency responders there. He was able to reassure Lindsay. And then when emergency responders arrived, he was heard saying, "I'm just going to go check on the kids." And obviously he had no idea what had happened at that point. You could hear him running down the stairs and then just these unearthly screams. And yeah, and then he was unable to speak. His words were indiscernible until he screamed out, "She killed the kids."
Oh my gosh.
And I mean, the whole courtroom was just torn apart by it. You know, it was jury members were crying, Lindsay's parents were crying, members of the media, the public. Lindsay herself hunched over the defense table, quietly sobbing, but then when the judge immediately called a recess, the second that stopped playing, he cleared the courtroom and she broke down in loud, uncontrollable sobs. I mean, it was very distressing to everyone in that room.
Yeah, different than what we saw him when he was on the stand, so stoic, but I wanted you to explain it because it's something that we haven't been able to hear, and you did. So I really appreciate you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I know it's been a long one for you. You've been here every single day, so appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much.
And I'll see you in court tomorrow.
Thanks, see you then.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.